Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Before we move any further, a word from our sponsor. Dear viewers and subscribers from the US, have you ever wondered how you can make tax-free crypto trades and also in a fully legal manner? Then iTrust is here for you. iTrust is America's #1 crypto IRA and 401k trading platform. It's a platform where you can self-trade cryptocurrencies and physical gold or silver in your retirement account. The main advantages of using iTrustCapital are it is a fully tax advantaged account where any trades you make in this account are tax-free in an IRA. You get one of the lowest costs in the crypto trading space with 1% trading fee for crypto and $50 over spot per ounce of gold. You also have a 24-hour day trading period because of their deep liquidity pool. They also have a wide range of cryptocurrencies. You can basically trade between Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Chainlink, Polkadot, and several other DeFi and non-DeFi tokens as well. And they're also planning to add more cryptocurrencies, including Decentralized or Mana. You can also trade physical gold and silver, and iTrust utilizes Vault Chain, an investment-grade gold and silver held physically at the Royal Canadian Mint, with ownership managed by a secure blockchain distributed ledger. More importantly, they have Coinbase Custody and Curve as their two most important digital asset wallet providers, who are some of the most leading players in the crypto space. So if you like to trade crypto and physical gold and silver in a completely tax-free environment, you can basically choose iTrustCapital. If you use the link in the description below or use the code BRUTAL, then you can get your first month completely free, which is $29.95 off your first month's trading fee account. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below to start your iTrustCapital account and start your tax-free trading of crypto and physical gold today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another project that's aiming to be a parachain on Polkadot pretty soon. And this project is called Litentry or the Lit token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website litentry.com in order to learn more about this project, right? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's page for this token. But this is going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So again, since there's only limited information present on CoinMarketCap, I'm going to rely on the information present on the website as well. But what is Litentry? Litentry is basically a decentralized identity authentication and user activity data management infrastructure built on substrate ready for Polkadot. So again, there's a lot of things that people don't really understand when it comes to identity management and decentralized data management infrastructure platforms. So let me break it down to you guys. So when it comes to identity authentication, if you take a decentralized borrowing and lending platform, for example, that's currently available to everyone, if you want to borrow, let's say, ETH from, let's say, Compound Finance on the Ethereum blockchain, right? You would need to deposit a collateral which is worth more than what you want to borrow. So let's say, for example, if you're planning to borrow, $7,000 worth of ETH, you need to have a collateral that is at least $10,000 worth of any crypto that's accepted on Compound Finance, and you need to deposit that in order to borrow the $7,000 worth of ETH, right? So the requirement here is that you need to already have money in order to borrow money, and you can't really borrow money to the equal value of your collateral. You can only borrow it at either 80 or 70% to your collateral's value, right? This is because of the fact that there is no real infrastructure in place to authenticate identity. So if you are to genuinely need money and you don't have money to borrow, you have no system in place to currently borrow money from the decentralized finance ecosystem, right? This is also because of the fact that DeFi itself is relatively new, and obviously there's no real infrastructure in place to do that. But what Litentry aims to do is it aims to create a decentralized identity authentication service, which means when it comes to borrowing money, you can actually borrow money, but you need to kind of do a credit check, which is kind of like, the decentralized application verifying that this is actually you, and them verifying that this is your current actual account or wallet, and therefore this is what you will be expected to receive from the platform. So that kind of infrastructure is basically what Litentry is aiming to create. And user activity data management infrastructure. So again, when you provide your identity in a decentralized application like Litentry, they need to have the infrastructure in place to manage your data, right? Manage your personal information. So these two are two independent services that Litentry is aiming to offer, and it's fully built on Substrate, which is the programming language on top of Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem, and it's fully ready for Polkadot as well, right? So Litentry is helping support change that is in favor of the user-centric network with the blockchain. So currently, there is not a lot of flexibility when it comes to borrowing or providing credit checks or some form of identity verification on blockchains, but Litentry is basically aiming to change that using the power of Polkadot as well as Substrate, right? So Litentry includes an identity-based network and related tools, features, and identity matching and identity staking mechanism. As a whole, it consists of decentralized identity and user activity data management infrastructure. So again, there's a lot of times they've used the word identity in this kind of like paragraph, but overall what they're trying to say is it provides frameworks and tools in order to kind of have a feature to collect identity of users and to store that information in a decentralized network, and that's basically what Litentry is aiming to achieve, right? So this is kind of like the quick overview of what Litentry is aiming to do. So now that we've covered the overview, let's go to the website itself to learn more about the project. So again, right off the bat, you can clearly see that their Parachain crowd loan contribution section is live. You can do that through their website itself. You can also do contributions for the Litentry project or any other Polkadot based projects on centralized exchanges as well as decentralized options such as Polkadot.js wallet. So for Litentry, if you want to contribute, you can go to the website and click the contribute now button here. You contribute your dot to help build a Web3 identity hub by using our cloud loan, unlock lit bonus and earn rewards. So again, you can earn lit tokens, which is the native cryptocurrency of the Litentry ecosystem, and you can also earn additional rewards as well if you kind of contribute to the Litentry crowd loan, right? So that's the immediate information that you learn. And again, since we already covered Litentry in the past, I also want you guys to check that out if you want to know what my thoughts were. The token was listed on Binance many months back, and I covered that as a part of that kind of video. So now I think the project has much better kind of like infrastructures in place. Before, it was a very new project and a lot of people had no idea what this project was about to do. But now I think a lot of people are fully confident on Litentry being one of the most blue chip kind of tokens on the Polkadot ecosystem, right? And if you see, they have an ERC20 contract address for their token. So this is a token that is available on the Binance Smart Chain as well as the Ethereum blockchain as well. But here they have the ERC20 contract for this token. If in case you're trying to purchase this token instead of participating in the crowd loan, and you want to do it through the Ethereum blockchain, then this is the right contract that you need to use, because there's a lot of scammers, right? So build a user-centric world with blockchain, a network that supports cross-chain aggregated identities built on Substrate, ready for Polkadot. So again, one of the key things about Polkadot is it creates a cross-chain and a multi-chain environment, because you can basically interact with other blockchains or other projects that are built not only within the Polkadot ecosystem, but also with the Kusama ecosystem, and as well as outside blockchains such as Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, so on and so forth, right? So Litentry offering this identity-based service in a cross-chain environment manner within the Polkadot ecosystem actually makes much more sense, because you don't have to verify your identity for every single blockchain, as of now, because different blockchains are still kind of like siloed, and the identity framework for providing like a credit score kind of like mechanism is only going to be a hassle to users, because nobody wants to do a KYC on a blockchain for one blockchain, and then when they use another blockchain they have to do another KYC, right? But Litentry aims to make this much more hassle free by using cross-chain aggregated identities, which means your identity in Polkadot will be the exact same as Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain and so on and so forth, right? So they have their light paper here, which is the second version and the most recent version, in order to learn and understand about their project, which I highly recommend you guys to read as well. And it's also a project that's supported by the Web3 Foundation grants program. So they have received grants from the Web3 Foundation before, and this is kind of like a quick pictorial overview of what they aim to do. So your identity is kind of like going to be linked to multiple different blockchains, and that will be your one true identity for the Web3, right? So identity based networks and tools. So they have the following kind of tools and features for their project. Community governance. So this is a fully community governed project, which means the lit token also has a governance component to it. So people who hold the lit tokens can actively participate in the community governance of the Litentry ecosystem, right? And it's a fully decentralized platform as well, which means you don't have to worry about your identity getting stolen by a centralized authority or even by government authorities in that matter. So it's fully transparent. Whatever you are doing is going to be fully in the decentralized web, right? And also it's blockchain powered, so it's pretty obvious. Again, it's a in fact, they can say it's a blockchain of blockchains powered, because it's on top of Polkadot, which is a blockchain of blockchain. So they are kind of like blockchain powered. Privacy focused. Again, this is something that is very important, because you are trying to give your identity, and therefore your identity must be privacy protected in order to prevent scammers in the crypto space from accessing your information, right? So that's also pretty cool. So these are some of the main 4 components or utilities of this particular platform. When it comes to token economics, they're talking more about this in detail in a pictorial way, which I really like. So you can basically, this is a little bit more complicated, so I'll let you guys dive deep into this. But to give a quick overview, you need to, whenever you're trying to create your identity within Litentry ecosystem, someone who wants to verify your identity will have to pay a fee in the lit tokens, right? So they have to pay a fee in order to access your identity, and it's done in such a way that only they can access your information for that given time. And once the given time has elapsed, they cannot access your information any further. So it's kind of like protecting your information and only giving access to it based on who you want to give access to and for which duration, right? So this is again kind of elaborated, much more detailed in this image, which I'll let you guys kind of like quickly go through. When it comes to blogs itself, they have a lot of information that they are updating on their blog. For example, if you see here, developing a DID aggregator on blockchain part 2. So they have a little bit more technical information, which you guys, if you guys are interested in that will be something that you can find out from their blogs. You can also see developing a DID aggregator on blockchain, which is the part 1 version of the title that we saw right now, right? So here, this is a much better illustration of what they aim to do. So cross-chain identity, extrinsic on-chain governance, and if you see, it not only works within the Polkadot and blockchain environment, but it also works in the centralized web as well. As you can kind of link this unique identity to your Twitter, LinkedIn, or other forms of like Web 2 applications as well. So here are some of the main kind of like dApps that will help you to kind of like use your identity to even borrow or do swaps as well, because as you saw recently, Uniswap had an issue or controversial issue where they kind of like did not allow for certain tokens to be accessible to people from certain countries due to compliance reasons, and those kind of things obviously kind of like want us to think about decentralized identity frameworks. And I think Litentry will definitely address those kind of issues from happening in other dApps as well, right? So overall, it's a pretty important next step for the crypto slash DeFi slash NFT kind of like projects, and it will definitely be something that a lot of other projects will copy based on the success that Litentry is seeing, right? So why we need cross-chain identity in Web3? This is going to talk more about everything that we discussed right now, right? So when it comes to products itself, we are building a series of tools to form an ecosystem for future Web3 identities and data. So this is basically how it will look like, and you can even participate in the governance within their kind of platform. You can learn more about this and even access their GitHub codes. This is their testnet, and they're basically showing how their platform is working in the testnet environment. Again, more information to make you understand their platform even more. So again, this will kind of like show that you are an actually verified user of the Web3 platform, right? So Litentry registrar. So here are the partners that they are working with. So they are working with pretty much all major projects on Polkadot, and they're also working with projects that are also aiming to be parachains on Polkadot. Some of the noteworthy projects are Fala Network, Bifrost, Moonbeam, the Sandbox, Crust Network, Staffy Protocol, Subquery Network, Parallel Finance, Elron, Arweave, Block Venture, and Automator Network are some of the biggest names in the crypto space currently. They also have some of the most prolific investors investing in their project as well. Some of them include FBG Capital, Hypersphere, Candac, NGC Global Capital, PACA, Divergence Ventures, 7X Ventures, Digital Renaissance, TRGC Capital, Signum Capital, DFG Capital, Spark Digital Technologies, Block VC, Autonomy, and DI Ventures. Again, not a lot of well-known venture capitalists, but these are still big venture capitalists who believe in the success of Litentry, and therefore it's definitely worth looking into if you're planning to participate in the Litentry crowd loan, or if you're just planning to just buy this token from the market, right? So it's good to understand the investors as well. So build a user-centric world with blockchain. That's their main motto, and they have their social media information. And if you want to ask more questions from them, you can email them at you can send them an email at info@litentry.com, right? So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward website with a lot of complicated information presented in visually appealing ways that will definitely make a lot of people understand their project, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for Litentry, this token is currently ranked 420th on CoinMarketCap, and is currently trading at $4.32 at the time I'm making this video, with a 2.65% increase in the past 24 hours, right? So again, a lot of people are buying Litentry right before the parachain auctions, because they're expecting that once parachain auctions go live for Litentry, which I'm pretty sure this project will definitely win a slot on Polkadot, this token price is probably going to skyrocket, and that's at least the anticipation from the crypto community, and therefore many people are buying this token since it's already traded in the market, right? And that's one of the reasons why this token has been on the rise in the past few weeks. Even though it's not been significantly higher, it's still been on the positive, making a few digits of upside potential on a daily basis, right? So when it comes to the market cap, this token is still quite young. For a project, if you see, that aims to kind of like provide a digital identity for everyone who uses the Web3 ecosystem, which will definitely revolutionize the crypto space in the future on how specifically borrowing and lending will literally change everything. The project only has a market cap of $133.7 million, which is a ridiculously undervalued project. And I think this is definitely a $1 billion market cap project, which it will definitely reach $1 billion in the upcoming years. And as they become a parachain on Polkadot, that's when the true action will start coming into place. And once the entire Polkadot ecosystem starts going fully live, as I said before in my numerous videos, Polkadot itself will have its own like bull run, right? And that's when projects like Litentry will shine, because they are offering some of the most high-level cutting-edge technologies in the future that will literally disrupt the way we see credit scores, or the way we even imagine identity verification, right? So for a project that aims to do so much disruption, the market cap of $133.7 million is still undervalued in my personal opinion. When it comes to the total supply, the max supply and the total supply are the same. It only has 100 million tokens as total supply, which is again one of the lowest max supplies or total supplies in the Polkadot ecosystem. Because if you see, if you take a look at the list of projects that are aiming to become a part of Polkadot, a lot of projects have extremely high token supply, right? Let's say, for example, Akala, for example, which literally recently won a parachain slot auction on Polkadot, has 1 billion tokens as total supply, right? That's because of the nature of the platform itself. And if you take, for example, Moonbeam, which I strongly believe will be the next parachain on Polkadot, it has, I think, 1 billion tokens, and I believe that with literally no cap, which means the token is inflationary, just like Ethereum, the Ethereum 1.0, and also it definitely kind of like takes a risk, because if Moonbeam doesn't necessarily become popular as it aims to be, the token that are the new tokens that are being generated will only dilute the token supply, thereby reducing the price per token of the Glimmer token, right? So even though I strongly believe that Akala and Moonbeam and several other projects on Polkadot that have, even though they have high max supply and total supply, I still believe that they'll pump extremely hard because they're extremely good quality projects. The scarcity component is lacking on them, right? But Litentry, even though it's a really, really good project, it still has the scarcity component built into the token supply, which means even if all the fundamentals of Litentry fail, which I strongly believe it won't, Litentry will still have a high chance of pumping extremely hard because of the fact that it has scarcity, right? It's one of the scarcest tokens. It's one of the tokens with a very scarce token supply in the Polkadot ecosystem, and that's something that's definitely valued from an investor perspective. And since I'm an investor, I believe that this project is going to have a significant price upside potential in the future, right? If you see the circulating supply as well, is 31% of the total token supply are in circulation, which is a pretty good number if you ask me. And I believe that they are going to be like having a vesting schedule for all the tokens that's going to be rewarded to people who support their crowd loan kind of like project, right? And those people who receive Litentry tokens, just like any other parachain project offering, they will have a majority of their tokens vested either in a linear schedule or in some form of a schedule which will prevent tokens from being dumped into the market. And therefore, I think Litentry has a very strong case for an upside potential in the future, right? Again, that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. When it comes to the charts itself, you can clearly see that the token had, even though the token has been, getting popularity in the recent times, it's not as popular as it once used to be. In fact, it was not as popular as when I covered it last time in my channel. The token was initially worth $3.93 on February 2021 this year, and it literally shot up, making a new all-time highs of over $14 or even close to $15 per token, within a few days after its initial launch, and then it instantly crashed after that, reaching $7.28 or even close to $6.86 as the lower price point. And then maybe it was volatile for a few more weeks, reaching this $12 mark, coming back to $8 mark, and then retesting the $12 mark again. But after mid of this year, the token literally crashed down, reaching $2.68, and I think its all-time lows was close to like $2.10 or even $2.20 in that range. during like July this year, and then it did recover momentarily to retest the kind of like the $6 mark, $5.50, $6 mark, and then it crashed again, touching the $3.10, $3.20 mark, and then with the Polkadot parachain auction hype going crazy in the past 2 weeks, the token did manage to touch above the $5 mark, and then now it's kind of below the $5.50 and $4.80 mark, right? So now the token is obviously at a really good opportunity to be bought, because I'm pretty sure that once Litentry becomes a parachain in Polkadot, the hype for Litentry along with several other Polkadot based projects will be high, and that will cause a big spike in the price of this token, right? So if you're trying to buy this token from exchanges at this price point, you're still buying it at a good price point. If you're trying to participate in a crowd loan, I think you will still receive this token when the token is pretty much low, and once the token starts pumping, you can sell it when it's high, or you can hold this for long term, because this is a really good token for a long term potential, right? And as more and more DeFi applications start popping up in Polkadot, I think the Lit token will have a lot of opportunity to be used for staking or providing liquidity between different token pairs, and even you can even kind of like see Litentry being a project that you can borrow and lend on, maybe Akala or other projects, right? So with this price being like $4.30, I think this token is still at a really good bargain discount price, and this is a good opportunity to get into this token if in case you are considering this token, right? Again, not financial advice, just my opinion, right? When it comes to the Bitcoin competitor, on the other hand, you can pretty much see the pattern was extremely similar. In fact, it's pretty much like a carbon copy of the dollar comparative. The initial price of this token was 1,070 Satoshis early this year during February, but it instantly reached an all-time highs immediately after that, testing the 3,000 Satoshi mark before coming back down to a price point of close to 1,500 Satoshis per token, and then it was volatile for a few more months. During the mid of this year, this token crashed in price, reaching a lows of about 700 Satoshis, 800 Satoshis. It is going up and down, and now, even though the dollar comparative seems to have performed slightly better than the Bitcoin comparative, the Bitcoin comparative is definitely much better buy opportunity compared to the dollar comparative, right? So if you want to buy this token right now, you are pretty much buying it at maybe 725 Satoshis per token, and that's still a good opportunity to get in if in case you're trying to buy this token with some spare Satoshis or Bitcoins, right? But again, I think Bitcoin comparative is probably a safer bet, because this token is still quite volatile, and I think this token can easily probably like dump if a lot of users who got maybe 10 or 20% of their Lit tokens after contributions start dumping it all together, right? So that's still a possibility, but I think it's highly unlikely. So when it comes to the markets itself, this token is obviously available on Binance, as we covered a few months back. This token is available to be bought with USDT, BUSD, BTC, and I believe ETH as well, but I don't really see ETH, so I don't think it's ETH. Just these three pairs for now. You can also get this token from Gate.io and Coin1. It's not Coinbase, but Coin1, which is a Korean exchange for everyone who's using Coin1. They can get it with Coin1. If you want to get this token in the ERC20 version, then you can get it from Uniswap or SushiSwap as well. But I think if you can get this from Binance, there's no real reason to get it from anywhere else, because the fees is cheaper and the volume is quite high, right? And I also think that this token can get a listing on Coinbase, because it is a very unique project. I think Coinbase is mainly waiting for projects to be sufficiently decentralized in order for them to list the tokens. I think once Litentry goes live, and maybe after a few months after Litentry being functioning on Polkadot, I think Coinbase will definitely list this token, and that will definitely give a good boost for the token price. Maybe this token will peak at about $10 to $15 per token immediately after the Coinbase listing, and then it will have a floor floor price of about $7 to $8 per token, right? So that's pretty much the possibility when it comes to Coinbase listing. And I think for the short term, $7 to $8 would probably be the floor price for this token. But this token could reach a new all-time highs of even more than maybe like $15 to $20 per token by the end of this bull run. And in the long term, I think this token has an amazing potential with the scarcity factor built into it. I think this token can even cross $25 to $30 per token in the next 3 to 5 years from now, right? Again, this is all speculation, but it's definitely a possibility because this is a really good quality project, right? So again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.